Hi everybody, welcome back to another Wellness Wednesday. It has been a little bit since, I feel like there's cat hair floating in around. But welcome back to another Wellness Wednesday. I am probably like many of us out there, I feel pretty drained, pretty exhausted, and it's not only everything that happened, at least here in America with the election, regardless of, how you wanted things to turn out. This has been a very exhausting process, and I think for a lot of us, it's really hard to then prioritize work and ourselves and, holding ourselves accountable to things that we probably should, but also knowing when we need time to kind of step it back and relax. And I just want to come on here and tell you to make sure you are taking care of yourself and understanding how important it is to have that self-care. I still continue to do therapy, and I had my therapy session yesterday morning, which is always so great. And that really is a time for me to reflect and look back on kind of what I could improve on and how I can react to things better and really channel my energy to make sure that I'm doing things that are actually either productive or, for the best. I do think it's important to always kind of feel through your emotions if you're able to, if you're angry, to kind of let that flow through you and happen, but it's important to not waste your energy and waste your time on things that A, you can't control, or B, could be harmful to you or someone else. So making sure that you hold yourself accountable for acting the way that you would want someone kind of respectable to act. And I definitely this past week had a hard time with just feeling like not only that I was doing enough, but, feeling like, am I taking care of myself? I kind of caught myself more than I usually like to being more anxious and stressed about things that I have no control over. And I really like to catch myself in those moments when I can and try to redirect myself. And it's usually by doing something in the beginning of or middle of the week. I think I really just kind of felt down about everything and what was going on. And I was like, I gotta just step away. And always being on your phone and being in, listening to media, all that kind of stuff really can influence how you are, acting in especially your day to day. So I try to limit that stuff. And I even did that back before, or right when the pandemic kind of started to hit the United States. And it was really starting to get the big media coverage. I decided that I needed to limit to only a little bit in the morning, and I just cannot be braided with so much news in one day. It's just too exhausting for me and my body. And through this time, I'm now in my 1-bedroom apartment, want to make sure that I save enough energy so that I can get my workouts in when I want to get my workouts in. And I'm still doing some pretty strong, hardcore workouts, lifting weights, and then eating healthy, eating good foods. And those two things I think are very key kind of pillars that will help you feel better. If you within quarantine haven't worked out, I highly suggest it. Even if you're not big into working out, go on a walk, go do something. And I also think that's something so good for self-care. Walking can be just such an easy, enlightening thing to do. And if you're able to, obviously, and if you can get outside where there aren't a lot of people or there aren't any people, I take my walks early in the morning so I can avoid people. That's really the best. And it's so nice because I will put on some good music, walk around, and just breathe. Breathing really is kind of the easiest form of meditation, and it is something that I think all of us really can do with and do better with. And it's learning and teaching how to breathe and learning, how it really can help reset you and your mind and your body's clock. So doing that and making sure that you get in good breath while you're obviously working out or walking or whatnot will be extremely helpful. also, you know, the benefits of working out long term. Hopefully you'll start to look better if you are looking for those kind of like muscle gains, or just to lose weight, but also you're going to get some endorphins, and you're going to feel better, and you're going to be set up hopefully for a little bit better of a day, along with if you make a good choice of at least having one kind of healthy meal a day, or making the choice to not go out and get fast food often, or have you know, too many sugary things in one day. When you start to really look at what your body needs to sustain itself and be healthy and feel good, you will feel good too. When you feed your body bad things, you won't feel as good. It's kind of just that simple. It is that cut and dry. You know, when you eat a burger, sure, in the moment it tastes delicious, if you're into burgers, obviously. But then a couple hours later, you kind of get the, whew, that was a lot. That's on purpose, you know, that amount of fat is not usually the best. That's why everything in moderation is really what I'm striving for, and hopefully you are too. So within this whole self-care, another thing for me that is always so big is just watching movies or TV and really giving your mind that escape, because that's one thing I think that's people are relying on and have so heavily relied on in the corona times, is going to arts and you know, different forms of media to try to escape and to try to, you know, really feel like we're in a different place or a different time or whatever it is. But I think it's so important to try to embrace this time as much as you can and get as much out of it as you can. And I really feel like I'm trying to push myself more so than I ever have. And hopefully you are in a place where you can as well. And don't let that ever hold you back from what you want to do. If you have a bad day, if you have a bad week, if you have a bad month, it does not matter, as long as you are able to get yourself back on track and understand that it's okay to fall down, and we are all human, and we all have the times where we just need to not be in the tip top of shape. And I am so lucky that I'm looking back on this time truly throughout all of Corona, and I see myself in a very, very good light. I feel like I am hitting a very good stride in Ashley. If you have not seen, you are obviously seeing it now. I shaved my head, and I feel just so powerful and strong, and I am embracing everything about myself that I can, which is something that I hid from or tried to, you know, hide from a lot of, especially when I was so heavy, and so much of my self-esteem and self-worth was completely taken from me when I was in my abusive relationship. So there are a lot of things that I feel like really help to push me. And through this coronavirus times and being in quarantine and me staying at home, truly I stay in my apartment most of the week. I go out for groceries, and then I go out each weekend for a nice long walk. And I really limit anything else going outside because I don't want to risk it for anybody else or myself. And I think it's really important. I really, really do. But I'm taking all that time with myself to learn about myself, to care about myself, do that exercise, eat well. If I want to listen to music or meditate or journal or draw, whatever it is, I really am trying to do what I can to fulfill who I am and learn what else I need from myself, what else I want from life, my dreams, my goals, you know. Don't think of this time as being time that's wasted. Sure, I miss seeing friends and going out to bars and doing all of the different social activities, going to a movie. But don't ever let those things that you can't control deter you, because I do think we have a long road ahead of us of what is going to happen. We definitely at least have months of this still to come, but that is not to be something to fear. I hope that you are able to embrace it, to take it on, and to put yourself first. I think if everybody were able to put themselves first in this time, which I know can be so difficult because too many people have lost their jobs, too many people have gotten sick, too many people have been stressing about everything politically, all understandable. But hopefully you are able to kind of find within the darkest of times the little bit of light that you may have to help kind of guide you into figuring out what makes you happy and what makes you tick and what is important to you. So this is from me to you. Take care of yourself, love yourself, learn about yourself, and really just be whole, be centered, and feel grounded. It is so, so important, and I don't think it is talked about or taught enough in everybody's life. So do what makes you happy. Go find something to do today and smile. Really get yourself smiling. It can really help, I promise you. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this Wellness Wednesday. I have a ton of different videos about lots of different wellness things. If you are interested, I can leave a playlist to all my Wellness Wednesdays above, or maybe it's over here, one of these areas. All right, everybody, thanks again for being here, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.